Hello and welcome to the Boomtown Hoops post-game show, where we're here to talk about Oklahoma City's 118-109 win over the Hawks. It was a truly great team performance, and, hey, we got a great team to talk about it. So, I'm your host, Bobby Howard. With me today, as always, we got Cody, we got Jesse, and we're here to talk about what was really just a great Thunder game. Everyone got in on the action. Great Shea game. Cody, what are your thoughts on tonight's win?
Yeah, like you said, great team win. Everybody seemed to get really involved. A lot of good defense was played in this game, especially on Trae Young. Felt like Dort and Shea played really good defense on him, kind of kept him in check. And really, with the Hawks, if you kind of keep Trae in check, you have some guys who, Capella beat you down low on the boards, and if Collins is shooting well, he can start heating up and playing well. But other than that, they're kind of a weird mishmash team. Really weird signing of the Gallo sign, him and Rondo, using all their cap space for those two guys was, just a little weird. Not very good fits for the team. And so, I think they're kind of rushing their rebuild. But, great team win. Shot the ball really well and had Ty Jerome sighting, which I'm sure we'll talk about later.
Absolutely going to talk about Ty Jerome for sure. Good to see him out there. But yeah, really rough night for Trae Young. Shot, 7 for 21 from the field. Only held to like 17 points, but that's Trae. He's going to find a way to get buckets for sure. Capella did dominate us down low with 17 points and 21 rebounds, which is bonkers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just bonkers. Jesse, your thoughts on tonight's win?
Yeah, rebounding was an issue early, and you already kind of touched on Clint Capella. And also, Horford was out tonight, so it was nice that they kind of adjusted. Well, I say adjusted. He still had 21. So I do feel like it could get better later in the game. And, yeah, it was just a great team win.
Absolutely. Now, before we get into the performances, we have to address the bright orange and red elephant in the room. Something I've never seen before. There was a color mismatch where the game started out where the Thunder were wearing their sunset orange jerseys. Hawks wore their red. What a mess out there. I felt so bad for people who were colorblind. I felt bad for myself, just the general populace. The Thunder had to change into white uniforms at half. What in the world was that?
That was
awful.
just nuts. I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone have to change jerseys midway through a game.
Yeah, it just total incompetence. They knew this was going to happen. Our guy OKC Tracker actually was all over it, posted about it yesterday, but I don't know, crazy stuff. But there's a lot of really good basketball to talk about. So let's just start with our guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Another great night from him. 24 points. And, just in general, a classic, very solid Shai game. Definitely outplayed Trae Young for sure. Cody, your thoughts on Shai's big night?
Yeah, it wasn't as big as his last night, but, he shot 9 of 16, 24, 5 and 4. Just a solid performance from your point guard. Really, everything kind of flowed through him. Really not a whole lot other to say. Just positive things for him this game, I thought. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Jesse, your thoughts on Shai?
Was that the nastiest Shea crossover we've ever seen? I think it was in the first, and then he hit the three. So, yeah, another solid night. Not quite what he did last night, but I still thought he came out and was aggressive early. He was getting to the rim. I really thought everybody did a great job at attacking Capella. So, yeah, he kind of led us in this one, and everybody kind of followed suit.
Yeah, Capella definitely had to work for a living today. It was not easy on him at all. He was the only reason the Hawks were even really close in this one, for sure. So interesting. We had doubles. Two players with a double-double. A very great response from Darius Bazley. He was creating very well. 18 points, 12 rebounds. And Theo Maledon, got 13 points and a career-high 12 assists. Which double-double was more impressive? Jesse, I'll let you start.
I think for me, I was impressed with Theo, but I think Darius has been struggling as of late. So for him to get this game, I think that's big. I wasn't concerned. I still think this is what we're going to see with younger players, but it was nice to see him get it figured out tonight.
Absolutely. He the sophomore season is always really tough. Definitely went through a little bit of a slump there, but if tonight, if he keeps playing like that, he's set for sure. Cody, your thoughts on Theo and Baisley's double doubles? Which one did you like better?
Yeah, I'll take the Teo stance. 12 assists, most assists in a game by a Thunder rookie ever. So a historic night for him tonight. He had 12 assists. The Atlanta Hawks had 21 assists as a team. So,
goodness gracious!
Him and Ty Jerome were just out there balling with the bench unit. Those two were feeding off each other, and it's going to be pretty cool to watch those two anchor the bench with Hami whenever Hami comes back. That's going to be an interesting three-guard attack that they have.
Absolutely, and let's just roll right into that. Smooth segue. Ty Jerome, he finally played a game for the Thunder and not the Blue. What were your first impressions on Ty Jerome, Cody?
Is not the quickest or most athletic guy on the court, but you can tell he has a really high basketball IQ. Can push the pace a little bit as far as getting out there and finding the open teammates and stuff like that. Him and Teo really feeding off each other tonight. So it'll be super interesting to see. I didn't catch a lot of him in college, but I know our colleague Jackson is very high on Ty Jerome. So I take everything he says Virginia related to. I know that he knows what he's talking about. So he's definitely impressed me in his debut for sure.
Absolutely, it was a great game for the UVA OKC crossover. There are at least two people I know who are Thunder/UVA fans, so good on them. Jesse, your thoughts on Ty Jerome's debut?
Yeah, I thought he came in and just fit in immediately. I thought he started making an impact immediately. And kind of like Cody already said, I think him and Teo, I liked that pairing better than I thought I would. So I thought that they fit together really well too.
Yeah, absolutely. Big game from Lou Dort, as we mentioned, really good defensively on Trae Young, but he also filled in 19 points of his own. So great game as well from Dort. Jesse, what do you think about Dort tonight?
Yeah, at walk-in, he normally wears mostly all black, and he walked in tonight with the yellow shoes, so I knew he was already feeling it. I think he started just where he left off last game, and it was a really solid night for him too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that post, game-winning shot glow about him. It was awesome. Yeah. It was great stuff for sure. So there's a player here kind of snuck onto the stat sheet that had a really big game, and believe it or not, I think it kind of got lost in the Maladones and the and the Baisleys and the SGAs. But Kenny Hustle, solid 15 points, put in a lot of that's Hustle as usual. Cody, your thoughts on Kenny Hustle doing his thing?
Yeah, good to see him out there playing well for the bench squad. I think he shot 7 of 6 or 7 of 9, so super efficient. There was one play that he got to the rim, and it was just a crazy layup. I did not think that he was that athletic getting to the bucket. It was just kind of was that Kenny Hustle? And then I saw his little waterfall thing he has on the back of his head. And I was like, yeah, that's definitely Kenny.
Yes. So. By the way, I don't know if I've mentioned it on the show. We've actually figured out that's called the Dallas Booty. That's the
Dallas
name.
Booty.
The Dallas Booty. That's the official name of it. Yeah. I'm for it. I'm all for it for sure. I get on that. Our graphic folk, Frost. I know you can get some good there. We got a question here from our guy Wash here. Serious question: can Shea really be better than he is? So basically, what is Shea's ceiling? What do y'all see it as, Jesse?
I think I've noticed he's kind of got more of that step back 3 now, so that's been super exciting for me because that's where I thought maybe he struggled more. We know he can get to the basket whenever he wants, but him filling in that part of his game and the leadership stuff, he's just really exceeded my expectations, and I was always really fond of him. I just wanted more, and he's absolutely giving that this year, so I'm actually really, really excited about SGA now.
Absolutely. I've always thought he had that potential to be great, but seeing him, like you said, develop that step back, really getting better at drawing fouls, making his game a little Harden-y, I think that's what will separate him from being a perennial all-star to potentially a superstar, which I think he can get there. I don't know if it's a lock. I'm still very high on Shea. Still probably think he's a number 2 guy, but I still have a lot of optimism for him. Cody, you're where do you grade Shea, and how good do you think he could get?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys saw this piece that The Athletic has been putting out where they were ranking the top 50 young players. They ranked Shea at number 6, just behind Donovan Mitchell and actually just above Trae Young, which is pretty ironic for this game. And so, yeah, I mean, like you guys said, working on his being able to pull up the step-back threes, really just being able to shoot off the ball when he's dribbling. If he can kind of improve that, he's already elite at attacking the basket and passing out. And, his assist numbers will go up whenever you have guys that are going to be better at shooting. This season he's had a lot of potential assists. I can't remember where he ranks exactly, but I think it's in the top 10 of potential assists. So just shows that, he's out there finding the open guys that are just not hitting their shots. And so, and like you said, Bobby, if he's your second option, I mean, that's a championship contending team for sure. If you can pair him with someone else, if he's your Robin to someone's Batman, I mean, look out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for it. And, I think a nice conservative, estimation is he's going to be the best point guard in his draft class. Yeah, I said just casual. That
you don't think? What about Luka, man?
Oh no, Luka's garbage. Trae Young, garbage. Luka's just a scrub. He wishes he could have the drip that Shea has, for sure. I'm also kidding. Luka is really good. So don't come after me. Mavs fans, they could. Yeah, Sean, where you at? I saw a tweet from some G League account that was like, well, Pokuševski has the handles. Can he be a 7-foot point guard? And I'm like, no! I do not want that at all. Nobody wants that. Please don't. You're just looking at the good highlights. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this up because it is Friday night in the Big Town for sure. So let's just go with a quick MVP because it's kind of hard to pick just one. So we finally, for the first time in a while, have one where it's not just let's give it to Shea. Jesse, I'll let you start. Who was your MVP tonight?
Just because I think he had been struggling so much before, and I thought last game was maybe rock bottom. I'm going to pick Darius Bazley. I think this is a big game for him. This is the most energy we've seen from him in a while. And even though the shot wasn't falling early, he was attacking and getting to the rim, and the confidence went up from there. Double-double, 18 points, 12 rebounds. So
he also had that dunk that completely iced the game. Really smooth stuff. Put it on the floor. I really like the way he creates. I'm going to give it to Maladone, though. I think he was this weird X factor. His ability to to assist and create offense really got everyone involved. And frankly, historic performance from a Thunder rookie. So I think he definitely, in my mind, gets that honor. Cody, who do you got?
I'm going to go a little different. I'm just going to say the bench. I thought that the bench played really well for the team. They had 37 points. So I'm just going to go with the bench.
Yeah, and it was a short bench too. Only 4 players on the bench. That was a very, very thin one. And to be fair, they could have gone deeper. Darius Miller did not get in the game. He got DNP'd, and Al Horford, decided to rest early, which is good on Al because we will need him tomorrow against the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic. Do you think the Thunder finally break through and find a way to get a win against the Nuggets? Jesse, I'll let you start.
Well, tomorrow's my birthday, so if we could beat the Nuggets, I'd be very happy. I feel like, I don't know, that's just a matchup we always struggle with. So if we could get that one tomorrow, I would be very happy.
So guys, do it for Jesse. It's her birthday, yes. Dang it. We don't need a 30-point L on Jesse's birthday.
No.
No. Tanking can wait for a not birthday. Cody, do you think the Thunder have the means to pull this off if we, with Al, maybe get a little bit of good luck for Jesse's birthday here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough matchup. Is it in Denver?
Let's take a look. It is in Oklahoma City.
In Oklahoma City? Okay, so they don't have to deal with the elevation change.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, definitely going to be tough, back-to-back. But, yeah, having Horford's going to be – I mean, you need Horford in if you're going to play against Jokic. I think that's why he sat tonight. He hasn't played any back-to-backs, so it makes sense that they would Capella's not exactly the most intimidating on the offensive end of the floor. So, it's going to be tough. But, I mean, they beat the Bucks a couple weeks back, so they can beat anybody in the league, I think.
Yeah, that's true. And, hey, the Nuggets lost to these Hawks a couple weeks ago. Or actually maybe a couple games ago. I can't remember. Time is an endless loop that does not matter. But the time we spent together tonight was very fun. Thank you all so much for joining me on this Friday night. And thank you all for tuning in, having some fun with us, asking your questions. Always means a lot to us, for sure. That's our show. So have a good rest of your Friday night. We will see you sometime soon for sure. But until then, thunder up, A-Town down.